Hey everybody, it's Minnie Fox. What's up? You know we back. We are so excited and delighted to have our special guest here with us today, making some changes in the world. Now, before I actually introduce my special guest, I want to talk about this. Ladies, you know how when you're in a grocery store, and someone stops you as you're walking by and they say, "Oh, I really love that bracelet you got on," right? And you say, "Oh, thank you." But then the lady continues to talk and she really wants to know more and more and more. And then finally you say, "Okay, I got it at Macy's, or I got it at Nordstrom's, or guess what, girl, I got it at the Goodwill." Wherever it was you bought that bracelet, you told that person. Maybe you're at a football game and you had your Raiders baseball cap on, and the person next to you said, "Where'd you get that?" And you said, "Oh, I got it at Office Depot." What? They got big discounts on all kinds of Raiders gear. Yeah? What did you just do when you told that person where the bracelet came from? When you told the person where the baseball cap came from? Maybe you were sharing something with your best friend and you guys were out. And you said, "Man, yeah, check out this tie I got on, dude. Look. And he's like, "Man, where you get that from?" And you said, "I'm not telling you." Why not? Because I know you're going to go get it. And I don't want you to have it, right? What we're talking about, if you haven't figured it out, is word of mouth network marketing. Word of mouth network marketing. Kind of like how Minnie Fox Talk Show works, yeah? We talk about it. We bring you on the show and we talk about it. And that puts you in a whole nother light because you know what's going on. As I'm bringing you phenomenal people like Mr. Kenny right here. Welcome to the show, baby boy. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm great. How are you?
You good? You good?
Yes, indeed. Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited anytime I can bring on interesting people. You know, and that's kind of what I love to do. Interesting people. When I say that, I mean entrepreneurs, persons that are creating things for themselves, or you actually took something and recreated it, and then you started helping other people with it. And that's kind of, you know, the whole makeup of the show, why we like to do those kind of things. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, you all, I'm just going to spill the beans real quick and let you know. Did you see that? Yeah, you saw that. That's my goodie bag. I got some pretty cool things in the goodie bag. I'll share with you in a minute. But Kenny, tell us what you're doing with us today and why did you come on the show?
Today I'm here just to talk a little bit about our free enterprise system. We already talked about it a little bit as well. Just word of mouth marketing, network marketing, getting out there and making something for yourself, and being able to come back and support yourself in the different platforms like e-commerce as well. So
yes. What do you think the power of word of mouth networking can do?
Oh, the power of it. The power of network marketing or word of mouth marketing is apparent literally in everything. Like you were just talking about, where'd you get that from? And so we sell so much more for other companies than they do by putting out commercials and putting out just their regular marketing and radio, everything like that, just because if we don't tell somebody about it, you know, they're not going to go. They're not going to go get it. You know, we do it all the time. It's like, oh, they're having a sale on, you know, biscuits. Having a sale at Walmart right now. You know, hey, everybody go down there and go get it.
Right.
You know, and that's the first thing that, you know, everybody goes straight down, go get it. They're like, hey, I heard you were having a discount. Right. Where is it at? And most of the time everything's gone already because somebody else cousin or auntie told them about it, and that's where they're at. You know, but we don't realize that we do that so much for all these huge corporations, and we could be doing it for ourselves. We could be doing it for, you know, the local business owner. We could be doing it for, you know, your friend who just started his t-shirt company. Right. You could be doing it for so many other people and help, you know, get them to the next level. And, you know, Walmart's good. They got all the, they got everything.
Walmart's good.
They're good, you know.
I like me some Walmart. I can go in there and get my Marie Calendar pies.
Right. But if you got a friend down the street making pies.
Well, hey, if that friend down the street can make the pies like Marie, come on, give me some of that. Oh, that's wonderful. So the power of word of mouth marketing, that trend is you told someone they really love the product and they told someone and then someone told someone. And that's kind of how it spills. But what happens if you told someone, and when they got to it, it didn't work for them the way they thought it worked for you. Now, what we got going on, right?
Yeah.
So we got to do the pros and cons on that side of the thing.
Absolutely.
So let's say if somebody got something that someone else had, and it didn't quite work for them the way they wanted it to, what would be your suggestion for them to do? Should they seek out something else, or should they keep trying to make whatever that was work?
It would depend on what it is, what you're trying to make work. But I get that a lot too. Oh, this didn't work for me. That didn't work for me. Do it the same way you do it at every other store. You can return it. You know,
okay.
you know, you
return
can
it.
You can return it. Try something else.
Right.
If it's almost like the same thing from Amazon. People buy stuff on Amazon all the time. They look at it. They're like, oh, this is not the quality in which these comments said that it is.
That's happened to me.
Take it right back.
That's
get something else. You try it again anyway. And when you have somebody who's doing that, trust your friend anyway. You know what I mean? We trust everything else, like you said, on Amazon.
Right.
I looked at that. I trusted what the comment said, but we won't trust our best friend who told us the same thing.
The same thing. Okay.
In the first place to go out there and get it. So it's like, if you got trust in that person, like, trust their word. If it don't work for you, try something else.
There you go. That's word. Can we say that? Try again. So those of you that are watching, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm doing the show a little different now where the camera's a little further back, so I'm not clicking you as you're talking to me, but I do go back and click in. And if something comes up that you're saying, then I try to most definitely respond the best way I can. But I love the fact that you all are watching. Now, we're on the Mini Fox Talk Show Facebook page, but pretty soon I need you to start following me on the Mini Fox Talk Show Facebook. Can you say that? Mini Fox Talk Show
Facebook.
Yeah, Mini Fox Talk Show Facebook. So I can start building that brand over there and really bringing in the things that we do, like this wonderful gentleman sitting here next to me. So, Janice, I see you watching. Look, can I just do a little teaser and show y'all what was in my bag? Ooh, we talking about the protein bar. I got some vitamins in there too. Now y'all know I like to be a healthy girl because I'm an older woman, but these little things right here will keep you lined so you can be fine at any age, right? At any age. So tell me a little bit about the protein bar and the vitamins.
So protein bars and vitamins.
I'm gonna hide them. I don't want nobody to see what I got. You can talk about it.
Those are just some things that I keep on my own personal website. I actually went in. I have a shop. It's my shop. We were talking about the e-commerce platform and everything earlier.
Okay.
But yeah, I like to focus on things that are nutritious. That's a topic that's never going to go away. People are always going to be health conscious and worried about what it is that their body is doing. As you change and get older, as we all, change and figure out new things with our bodies, we need certain things that, so some people are always going to be doing that. And that's what I like to keep, at the forefront of whatever it is that I'm going to be doing. Stuff that's never going to change, like your everyday commodities. And so that's why I have partnered with people who have nutrition products or protein bars. Everybody buys a protein bar, everybody buys granola bars, so that's stuff that I keep in my store, stuff like vitamins as well, just because we didn't like to take them when they were the Flintstone vitamins back then, but now we need it.
Can we have some Mini Fox creative pens in there? Can I put my little pens in there and sell them? I made this.
Exactly.
I was trying to do the bling thing and be all cute and stuff, and roll this up and down, and I was messing it up, but that's what it's for. Look, I want to talk more about the e-commerce. And when you say that, some people don't know what that means.
Okay.
So can you give a little more clarity about what the wave of the e-commerce trend is beginning to be for people now?
It's so important, just because that's the thing everything is moving towards. It's word of mouth, and then being on e-commerce. It's just because everything's going online. Like we saw it during 2020, during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Everything went online. You were buying your food online. You were buying clothing online. You were buying prescriptions online. Everything went to that model, and it's more convenient for everybody. And so all the brick and mortar stores are kind of closing down. It was so many Fortune 500 companies that just took a toll and couldn't sustain what was going on in the world, especially during that time. it was a 2-year period of time that nobody could come in and actually shop from that store. That's money that they were losing, But
there's a lot of stores.
Yeah.
A lot of stores went out of business. Now, Kmart had went out of business long before, but you start seeing a lot of the Sears and the JCPenney's and all of the like major companies.
Huge companies.
Fry's closed. I was like, no,
Yeah.
Fry's. That's where I get all my cameras and the little stuff. Fry's? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
They were huge here in Vegas, and I'm like, pandemic happened and they never came back.
Never came back.
They never came back. It's interesting how different trends will happen at different points of time. And speaking of that point in time, we want to find out what little Kenny was like when he was about, let's say, 14 years old.
Ooh, 14.
Yeah.
What's that? That's around high school. Yeah. What? Freshman, sophomore year?
Freshman, sophomore.
Oh man. So none of this hair was here. I was a good kid. I was a good kid from the suburbs of Chicago. So not in the rough parts and rough neighborhoods or anything like that. So nobody has to be worried about it. I won't.
He said, "What's up?"
Right. We got a little bit of that, don't worry about it. But I was a pretty good kid.
Okay.
Multi-sport athlete. Was always just looking up, go have fun. And
so when you said multi-sport athlete, what were you an athlete at? What sport?
I ran track and field.
Okay.
I was on the cross country team.
Gotcha.
I played football. I tried out for basketball and baseball as well. Those weren't my passions. After I found track and field, I think I was like, okay, let me stick to that. Yeah.
See, something y'all don't know about me and Fox. We got a little bit in common that you didn't know.
What's that?
Okay. So I was an athlete too.
Okay.
I did track and field too.
What was your advance?
44-yard relay.
Okay, that was me.
That was the second leg.
Okay. Yeah.
100-yard jump.
Okay.
Then dash running thing. See, it's been so long I can't even say it right. I was 100-yard dash.
So you were fast.
And I was always second or third. Never first.
What?
Never first. Always second or third. I don't care how fast I had the wind beneath the wings, as they called it. I was always second or third. Did the hurdles.
Nothing wrong with that. Dang, the hurdles?
I was always third or fourth in the hurdles.
Hurdles are hard. I'm going to give you props on that
Oh,
one.
God.
Just for doing it.
Oh, I can't tell you how many bruises I had because in practice you run up to it and you go,
oh, yeah.
So I was all messed up. I had bruises everywhere. And then I did the uneven parallel bars.
Wow.
I could flip and flop up to the other top and drop back down and flip around. But that's about as good as I got. The trapeze, all that stuff. We talking about sports and what we had in common when we were both in high school back in the day. I was there way before he was. But just to say that when you are an athlete, it doesn't matter which one of the sports you played. It is that team development that you learn and that stability of being focused on winning. And that's what your business is about.
Oh, yeah.
Winning and making changes as you go along, yeah?
Yes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do our coffee cup, which y'all know I always have my little coffee cup. We don't have any coffee because I've already had 2 cups this morning. But, we got to get Kenny to hold the coffee cup. So can we put it right there in the middle? And you lean in and you say, cheers.
Cheers.
Because later that'll be a picture. So we posing for our still shot this morning. Thank you for holding my coffee cup.
Absolutely.
Right. So what Kenny doesn't know that we do here on the show is that there's just so much about you that is amazing. And I'm going to backtrack just for a moment because you mentioned something about your hair. Now, in the world of our beautiful animals like our lions, the male and female lion, we know the male lion always has this amazing mane, right? Why is it that the men have nice fingernails? They grow and they don't have to get all the little stuff on like we do. And why do the men have all this beautiful, lean the camera just a little bit, look at all that beautiful hair, ladies. Ooh. And we put it on to take it off and put it on to take it off. But this one just grows the hair. Why do the men have the genes in them that does that? Tell us, how long have you been growing your beautiful hair?
Oh, wow. This is about 11 years of hair.
Wow.
and I think I've had it locked now for about 9 years.
9 years.
9 years locked.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so long and pretty. I don't like people touching my hair, so I'm not gonna touch your hair. But I want you to take your hand like this and pull it up like this so they can see in the mirror how beautiful your locks are. Beautiful. And ladies, they're all robed and all pretty, like it make you want to go, ooh. Touch
I'm not gonna lie.
Wonderful. So what that is doing, we're talking about life and the opportunities that are for us, that if you just take a minute, think about all the things that you're doing. How is that going to help someone else as it helps you? With that being said, also in my goodie bag was got a little, what kind of water was this?
Perfect.
The water is perfect. Tell us about this water. I'm not sharing. I'm just going to let him talk about it. But I have water in my bottle, y'all. Tell us all about it.
Like I said, I like to keep things in my shop that are, relatable. Stuff people are going to buy every day. Like we saw in the pandemic, people were lining up to get water and toilet paper, and they literally wrapped lines around it to go get that stuff.
Right.
And, if I had that water right there, and it's good water too. It's so good. It's most water, when you read on there, it says it's purified, and or sometimes you'll read it and it says spring water. Okay. That's because they can't say that it's purified because it wasn't. But there's very few waters out there that are purified. This one is purified 15 times. All my water drinkers out there, that means something. It's really good for you. It's reoxygenated. We drink water so that it help you. We were just talking about track and field. So if we had that water back in the day, maybe we would get those first and seconds. Well,
let's throw a little bit on the water. Let's give the agua, the H2O, a little attention. So we're talking about water right now. H2O. You got purified water, alkaline water, sparkling water with a little the blueberry and the mango, a little lime and lemon. I like those waters that are all carbonated or whatever. But what is the difference? Spring water and purified water.
So this water, like I said, was purified more than 15 times. The spring water that you get out of the store, not purified. So they might as well just be pretty much giving you tap water.
But what if the bottle says purified on it? And we won't name those companies out there that have purified water. You can get at Walmart and Winco and Target, but it say purified.
Yeah. Most of them, they only do it once.
Okay.
So I won't say that they're not purified because I don't know those companies won't speak towards them. But usually that's the case. The ones that do say it, I know for a fact because it's one of the partners that I actually partner with that they purify their water. 15 times.
So what about alkaline? What does alkaline water do for you? Can you tell us about that?
That I personally don't know about just because.
An honest man. They say stay in your lane.
Yep.
Right?
That's why mine. I was like, you know what I need to know about that one. What it does for
he said,
me.
stay in the
what
lane.
What it can do for you, but.
That is so funny. So look, we're going to go way back because a long time ago, Kenny was in the industry of Las Vegas nightlife. All right. So just that word, Las Vegas and nightlife speaks for itself.
Right.
Right. So what comes to mind when one says Las Vegas nightlife? People automatically think 2 words.
Nightclub.
The Strip.
Oh, the Strip. See,
the Strip.
Nightclub.
Because there's so much more to Vegas than that. When they said Las Vegas nightlife, and I'm just messing with him because, when they talk to me and they go, what's Las Vegas nightlife? It's the Strip. It's 2 words. Yeah. Because that's all people know. So those of you that are watching, when you hear the Strip did this and the Strip had that, a lot of people think that's our whole city. But it's not. The Strip is just like a 7-mile street. I lost my numbers, but I think it's like 7 miles long. And there's a lot of different avenues to what the Strip has. Yeah. You got South Strip, Middle Strip, North Strip, and what is actually happening on the north side of the Strip. We got something that starts with an F that everybody goes to. It has the zip line. What's it called? Fremont Street. That's right, Fremont Street. You go party on Fremont Street. some things you see on Fremont Street is kind of like, whoa.
That's what they say. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. They're referring to Fremont.
To Fremont Street. It is. It is. What? I don't know, a couple of years to beg to differ. There was a couple here visiting the High Roller.
Oh, yeah?
When the High Roller first came, that's our big Ferris wheel, number 2 in the country, the highest Ferris wheel in the world. Japan has the first one. Mm. But that High Roller has cameras in it. You would think if it's called the High Roller, and it's the second largest, tallest Ferris wheel in the world, and it takes 40-something minutes to go all the way around in a complete circle from where you started, you got to have cameras in there in order to see what people were doing in case somebody got sick.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
But they didn't think about that. Because you people out there, that you came from wherever you came from to come to Vegas, Vegas nightlife has cameras everywhere.
Everywhere.
So what happens in Vegas does not stay in Vegas. It's called 2 words. Social media.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everything's on social media these days. Isn't that crazy?
Exactly.
Like we're on social media right now.
Right now.
Yeah. And I'm talking about an energy drink that I haven't had yet. So I got to make sure my nerves calm down before I drink this. Because this energy drink looks pretty powerful.
Oh, yeah, it is. And actually what I love about it, it has none of the additives or anything like that. It's the energy that you're going to be getting from that is from straight up B vitamins.
Wow.
And that's it. So
pretty good.
It's all B vitamins in there. That's actually the newest one. That one it's a limited edition as well. So I brought you the good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Watermelon lemonade.
See, like I told y'all, I got a goodie bag.
All the goodies.
Y'all didn't get some. Look, so Kenny, I'm at a point right here in the show where I always do this. It's just a fun surprise to the guests. And we're having fun here today on Let's Talk About It with Minnie Fox, with Kenny NORFLEET here in the house talking about word of mouth marketing, entrepreneurship, and building your brand where you're helping others to help themselves, as we say. Yes? Mm-hmm. So, Kenny, what you do is you put your hand right here, just like that.
Just like that.
Yep. And you close your eyes. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to just close your fingers there just a little bit. Because y'all know what this is. Open your eyes. This is stilettos off to you, Kenny, because we don't do hats off. We divas here on the show. This is a girl show, right? So he got the gold stiletto this week. Y'all look at there. Gold stiletto. We talking about Jessica Simpson. Gold stiletto. Hello, Kenny. We are so proud of you and everything that you've done.
Thank
how
you.
You're helping people. Little by little, you're changing the world, and every day is a new day, yes?
Yes.
Look, Kenny got pose with it, Kenny. You put your hand over here, you go, cheese. That's what I'm talking about. So a couple of weeks ago, we interviewed another gentleman who was a saxophonist.
Okay.
And his had feathers on it. So we had fun with the feathers. But Kenny got the gold stiletto. That's what we're talking about. I know. I love doing that because everybody is a little different.
Yeah.
All right. So we were talking about health drinks, nightlife, entrepreneurship, and having a toast that may not necessarily be one of those healthy drinks.
Yeah.
But we're going to have a toast anyway. I was pausing. I just want to see what he was going to say, y'all. So let's grab our glass here. We're going to do the Minnie Fox Talk Show. Let's talk about it. Toast here with Kenny NORFLEET. Right here. You into the camera for your picture. Cheese. All right, y'all. Here we go. Oh, my goodness.
That's good.
Cranberry juice is always good this early in the morning. Hello. Kenny, is there anything that you want to say to anyone that may be watching, that especially a young person that you can inspire and motivate to do the things that you've done, that may be interested in their own entrepreneurship? You know, is there first question, is there an age limit to what you're doing? You need to be 16, 18, 21, or?
That's what I love about being in this field, is that there's no limitation other than the limitation that you put on yourself. You know, a lot of people, they'll get into their heads, you know, it's right. Like, I'm not qualified for this, or I'm too young to start, I'm too old to start. And during the pandemic, I feel like a lot of people kind of came around that. It's like,
Yes.
If you're not thinking about you and your future, nobody else is, because you see how fast everybody got let go. You know what I mean? So,
one of them?
you know, it happened to me too. You know what I mean? And I'm just glad that I had something in my back pocket that I was able to, you know, put my best foot forward and keep it growing. You know, so think about things in that kind of perspective, and yeah, so you can do it. Don't limit yourself.
Don't limit yourself.
Pretty much.
And you know what? I think Kenny has music wherever he goes because he was in nightlife, and as he was talking, the music just came on. I haven't pressed the button or nothing yet. A man full of musical instruments. How about that? So tell me a little about what's going on with the nightlife now. Are you still in that world? Have you stepped back since the pandemic? What are you doing?
Definitely taking a step back. I keep my connections. I have my own. There we go again. It's like having something of your own. It's like, so now I can control it. I'm not obligated to, you know, or tied down to just one club if I have. Because I was doing it for a while.
Okay.
So I have a side contract to where I still have my partnership with the certain clubs and stuff like that on the strip where my clients come in. I can still take care of them, you know, at least for a table service and things of that nature if they want to go out.
Wonderful.
You know.
So Kenny just told you about Las Vegas nightlife is what we were talking about. But you know, in order to reach Kenny, you got to reach Minnie. Y'all want to reach Kenny, you got to reach Minnie. So tell us, how can you actually be reached? A website, an email? How would you like our guests to reach out to you?
Well, I kind of like it if they go through Minnie. I like what you said.
So Kenny said, if you want to reach him,
go through Minnie.
Go through Minnie. Look at this one. Okay, so that's talking about it real nicely. All right, so let's talk about it, fox@gmail.com. Let's talk about it, fox@gmail.com to reach Kenny NORFLEET. What do you need? Do you need the Las Vegas nightlife? Perhaps you just need some good old vitamins, some really good, yummy, perfect water. Oh, you need a book that tells you what to do and how you should be eating, right?
Exactly.
Maybe you need those healthy, yummy bars that we were talking about with all the good ingredients in it, like oatmeal and cranberries and pecans. Make me hungry. Kitty didn't bring me no breakfast this morning, but he bought me a breakfast bar. When I do the breakfast bar, I need something a little more. But that's the point that I wanted to make, because many of us, when we're dieting, we feel some people just stop eating. Not good. Because your body's in shock. And it's like, what are you doing? Right. But having those protein bars actually help your body to stay nourished when you did kind of cut back on a few things.
Exactly.
Yes, they did. So, and then you had the companies that came out, cannabis companies, you know, the ones that are green with the brownies and stuff like that. That's a whole nother world, but I just thought I'd throw that out there. Because some of you eating too many of them brownies. You're eating a little too many of them brownies out there, and you're walking up and down the strip and asking people, where I'm at, what's going on, I'm hungry, I got munchies and all that kind of stuff, right?
Exactly.
Kind of crazy. So, look, before we end our show, you all know I have something for Kenny. It's a surprise that I haven't showed yet, because everybody who watches the show know that I normally do this. Look, he's smiling. He's like, I gotta close my eyes again.
Right.
Oh, no, you don't have to close your eyes again. But you have to do an acceptance speech. Because y'all know. Dun, 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 dun. Hey! Look at that.
Thank you so much.
This is your beautiful Oscar. The world of things of e-commerce and independence and word-of-mouth marketing. And look, it even has his initials on it. How about that? All right, do your acceptance speech. Go. Think who you going to thank. Look right there in the camera.
Well, first, you got to thank God for being here, my parents, and I thank the sidewalk for keeping me off the streets. No, it's a joke.
I like that. Thank the sidewalk. Okay, I got you.
Shoot, running into my mentors, I feel like everybody needs a mentor in life. They help you get from, your mind can only take you so far. Sometimes you need to lean on somebody else's mind. So I'd like to thank them for, put me in a position to where I can help myself, and so that I can then go out, help others. So thank you for that. Thank you.
And you do your cheese.
Cheese. Lastly, I want to thank Minnie for having me on the show as well. Thank you so much.
That's so sweet. We've been trying to get you on the show for a minute now. I'm so glad that you were able to take time to come and spend some time with us today. And we're still getting the kinks out in our new studio, just trying to get it And, I addressed it last show because someone wrote in and said, Minnie, your sign is backwards. Actually, my sign is right. It's the camera that's turned around the other way. So maybe I'll get the sign printed backwards so that when I have the camera turned around, it might do it,
Right.
But it does say the Minnie Fox Talk Show at gmail.com, the Minnie Fox Talk Show.com. Go to the site. You all go visit and see some of the wonderful shows that we've been doing.
Yes.
We've also been now posting on YouTube. Okay, never advertised my YouTube station before. So I got a YouTube channel. Go check it out. The Minnie Fox Talk Show on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. Hello, subscribe. They say like, share, follow, and subscribe. Can you get any last words you want to say?
Just thank you for having me. I'm glad that we're able to finally able to coordinate and make it here. So
wonderful. So with that being said, we're going to close out our show here in just a moment. But I want to encourage you all to know that anytime that you are trying to do something great and wonderful, it starts with a thought. Right? Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, it definitely starts with a thought. Everything comes from right up here. So I like to keep that clear. I like to, anything that's negative, catch it, throw it away. Start speaking to yourself and instead of listening to yourself. So.
Oh, say that again.
So start speaking to yourself instead of listening to yourself.
Speaking to yourself and listening to yourself. Mm-hmm. That's kind of good. He got some pretty good slogans here. I thought I had some good ones. Help your people, help yourself. Yeah. Kenny said what? Say that again.
Start speaking to yourself instead of listening to yourself.
Speaking to yourself. Mm-hmm. How do we speak to ourselves?
Affirmations.
Affirmations.
You gotta get those positive affirmations in. Just like you said, it all starts with a thought up here.
Yes.
So if it's negative thoughts, that's what you're going to get. If it's positive energy and input going in, that's what you're going to get out.
Wonderful. Kenny did it again. He started talking and his music just came on out. That's what happens when you're in the nightlife of the world of empowerment and inspiration of what you do from within to help others to continue to be amazing. All right, y'all, that's been our show. Let's talk about it with Minnie Fox, my special guest, Kenny NORFLEET. Look him up. If you want Kenny, you gotta go through Minnie. So let's talk about it, Fox at gmail.com. Let's talk about it, Fox at gmail.com. We'll see you real soon. Thank you for tuning in. And hey, hit that down. All right. Hey. All right, y'all.